Welcome to another episode of the Sore Losers podcast. I am your host, Justin Zabo, and joined always by my good friend PJ Green. How you doing, PJ?
I'm good, Zay. Well, I'm all good. I just got back from the gym like 2 hours ago. Got some spaghetti and corn. I'm feeling good.
Carbs, 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 carbs.
Carbs. Gotta love the carbs. Oh, and for a little dessert, some chewy chips ahoy.
Always a good
Fat,
choice. Always a good choice.
fat man's best friend.
All right, PJ, what did you think of the NFL week from week 17?
You had to do it while I'm chewing? Wow.
I didn't know you were taking a bite. My bad. I apologize.
I'm sorry. It was all right. Not full of a lot of excitement like the past years, but it was good that there were a lot of divisional opponents,
That's usually how week 17 lines up to be, though.
Yeah. But not a
It's,
whole
it's
lot
just
of
it's good to have games that are meaningful divisional games. That's what's key.
Yeah, this year there were the only reason that the games are meaningful were for seeding.
Well, the Steelers snuck in. They needed some help. They got the help they needed, but the NFC was all about seeding.
Fitzmagic was dead. Fitzmagic died.
Died a long time ago.
No, it was there with the Patriots. I posted a tweet. I said Fitzmagic. If you don't believe in Fitzmagic, you better. And I regret that tweet now.
I don't know if it was Fitzmagic or the Patriots just letting him have it.
I think the Patriots just didn't care. They're
Yeah,
too.
they didn't care at that point. Yeah,
It's Belichick. Belichick's monotone with his little cutoff sweatshirt.
I love it. I want one of those.
Oh man, I'm still on my high school wrestling shirt.
Oh, I'm in my high school football shirt.
Oh, this is not rep your high school night. All right.
That might be the name of this episode.
Rep your high school night. Cool. I worked out in this and went into the gym. I was like,
You're disgusting.
I haven't taken a shower yet. Don't judge me. I don't care.
All right. How about the Broncos sneaking in and taking the number 1 seed? What do you think about that?
The Broncos, they should have lost. Chargers should have beat them.
No. Chargers are not good.
And true. I just hope they don't think Peyton Manning is the guy again. Because A, he still has no arm. B, he is not mobile. C, he does not play in the dome anymore like in Indianapolis. So he is not outdoor friendly anyway. D, Brock Wilder is just a better option right now. E, he's on HGH.
Okay, I'm going to completely disagree. I am all aboard the Broncos bandwagon. All aboard.
Yes, the Broncos bandwagon, not the Peyton bandwagon. It's a difference.
The Broncos bandwagon because of Peyton Manning. I apologize for not being clear enough. Peyton Manning is the man. I love that he was able to drop back out of under center. They didn't have to go with the weak pistol or the whatever they ran. He was making good throws. He was able to push off his back foot. So that's definitely a good sign for him. He was able to move a little bit in the pocket. I still like how he just dives when he's about to get sacked. That's my favorite thing about Peyton Manning this
year. He still can't push the ball down the field. It's just a fact.
Dude, he was making throws down the field. Guys were just dropping balls.
Oh, that's it.
Did we watch the same game?
Maybe they were so soft that they were just it just
maybe.
Fell.
But a big thing is that the team was energized when Peyton came in. You see how they ran the ball completely.
Yes, because it's golly gee wash Southern charm Peyton Manning. Of course, you like him over the new kid who just walked on the block. Peyton Manning has the confidence of a veteran. He has the aura around him to rally people. Brock doesn't have that yet. And Peyton was telling him dude, you got to be a leader. Like, you got to be able to take this job when I'm done. And obviously, it's shown that Brock still has a ways to go as a leader and has a confidence of a thing to be a great quarterback. But he has all the tools, and I just think they should throw him in the playoffs. I don't think Peyton can do it.
You got to go with experience over actual being able to throw the ball, I think. Why not just play both of them?
It's not a good O-line.
It's not as bad as everybody thinks.
It's not a great O-line.
Not great, but it's not terrible.
He's not
going to have to run around like Aaron Rodgers.
He's going to get sacked. That's because he can't run around.
Well, exactly. So he doesn't have to. So that's not that big of a worry.
He's going to get sacked. And
everybody gets sacked. I mean, he's not going to get hurt.
But he's going to get hurt. He's near 40, and he's
like glass. He's still a grown man.
Like, you remember the SpongeBob episode where they tried to sell chocolate, and the dude was in a cast, and he said his bones are made of glass? That's Peyton.
When was the last time he broke a bone?
I don't know, 2011.
No, that was all nerve, all ligament and nerve issues. Completely different.
True, he can't feel his hand.
Get your references right, brother.
Oh, Hulk Hogan on me.
And last words on this game. Alleged HGH, you fool. Moving on.
HGH, you taste so good.
Moving on to the Steelers. You fool. All right, moving on to the Steelers sneaking in to get the last wild card spot over the New York Jets due to the Jets beating the Bills beating the Jets and the Steelers trouncing my Cleveland Browns like we all expected. The Steelers are in good shape. They're one of the favorites to go ahead and win the AFC. If they can get D'Angelo Williams back, he's a big part of their offense. They like that they can throw the ball downfield. It's their defense is getting better. Their secondary still kind of sucks, but the front of their defense gets a good pass rush. So hopefully they can be able to make some plays and slow down the Bengals, which we all know the Bungles are back. It's playoff time, so you know the Bungles are here.
I mean, if Dalton's not gone, I can't believe in the Bengals.
It does not look like he's going to be able to go.
It does not look like it. And they said D'Angelo Williams is out of his boot. He's walking fine. So that's a good sign. That probably means he's going to play on, when are they playing? Saturday. AFC's playing Saturday, right?
Yeah, I think that's the 8 o'clock game or late game, whatever time it is.
Oh, yeah. It looks like D'Angelo, Pink Braids Williams is going to be out there. Steelers defense, yeah, there's weaknesses in secondary. So if McCarron can make that spark with AJ Green, then
which he can't. He can't. He can't throw the ball downfield that well.
He throws a good deep ball. He does throw a good deep ball.
Sure, but that only works about 5% of the time.
Well, the slim chance of the Bengals will win the game. It's not. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that big. We'll save predictions later.
Yeah, only thing that's going to hurt them is the Steelers. If their running game can't get on point, then it's pretty much all over for them.
Yeah. How about Fitzmagic just losing it?
Fitzmagic is dead.
Fitzmagic. I was actually surprised that they choked. I was kind of rooting for the Jets.
I was rooting for the Jets. Well, no, I actually wasn't. I just wanted Fitzmagic to make the playoffs.
I was rooting for the Jets to root against the Steelers. So.
But that would be the cost of my Steelers, my secondary team.
Screw your secondary team.
Hey, screw my first team.
Screw all your teams.
Yes,
all your teams stink.
Pats and Steelers. Falcons stink. Not Pats and Steelers.
Bandwagon.
Ain't no bandwagon. I like Brady since forever. I like the Steelers since forever.
Bandwagon.
Say what you want.
All right, how about the on paper best matchup of the week? The Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals.
What a letdown this game was.
Right?
Man, like, what was going on here? I wasn't even watching the game that close.
I was not. I was watching the Broncos Chargers.
I was playing Xbox. I wasn't doing my duties as a.
You're a poor podcaster.
Yeah, I'm a poor podcaster. Yeah, I'm like Stu Gatz on the Dan Le Batard show. I just show up. I just show up. But I know facts though. That's the thing. I know facts. But yeah, I was just like flipping like from the game, from the Xbox to the game. I was just like, bruh, it's 30-6 in the second quarter. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised at that outcome. I expected the Cardinals to put on a little more effort, but the game didn't really matter. Their 2 seed was locked up. They had no risk of losing it, so I can understand them just coasting.
Christine Michael run 102 yards on.
The big takeaway from this is the Seahawks are the most dangerous team in the playoffs right now.
Yep, the Seahawks are back. Beast mode is looking good, and apparently he's a go for this week. So I'm treating them like the Seahawks of the past 2-3 years, and I'm scared.
I'm not going that far that they're the best team in football, but I will. I would be very afraid of this team.
Who they got? Who they got? They got the Vikes. Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna blow the Vikings out again.
The inconsistent Vikes. The Vikes are gonna ride AP. They can stop AP. They basically got it.
Yep, that's all. I mean, they can only run the ball.
But it is AP, so don't count out AP.
Speaking of Adrian Peterson and the Vikings, how about that performance against the Packers?
That was a dud game for the Packers. They really disappointed me this past 8 weeks. Basically, the second half of the season, I'm like, oh, Packers are gonna get it right. I picked the Packers for almost everything.
Ever since they played the Broncos, they've been in some hard times.
I mean, the number one receiver right now is James Jones. That's Aaron Rodgers' top target.
That's true, but it's still Aaron Rodgers. He's still been able to put balls no matter where guys are, but no matter what the defense is giving him, he's been able to put balls in good positions. Guys have been able to make catches, but all his players are dropping too many easy passes. His offensive line is like silly putty. So I can understand his struggles, but I expect better out of him.
The line is awful. He doesn't have a deep threat. James Jones is not fast. He's still wearing a sweatshirt. I don't even is he getting fined for that?
I don't know. But I laugh every time I see it. I love
it. I sure hope not. Yeah, because that's how I do it practice.
I feel like we would know about it if he was getting fined for it. I don't. It's not a problem.
That's what I thought. Yeah, but Randall Cobb, I don't know where he is. Like, he's out there, isn't he?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think he's hurt. He might be playing hurt.
He's a ghost.
He has to be playing hurt because he's always hurt.
Yeah, they're gonna be riding the run game, and
that can work against the Redskins.
Redskins have a secretly decent defense.
Yes, but the Redskins have yet to beat a good team. The best team they beat was like the Bills.
Yeah, it's Rex Ryan. You don't mess with Rex Ryan.
I know, but Rex Ryan was like 7 and
he went 8-8 this year, I think. Yeah, he went 8-8. Broke even after they beat the Jets. Oh, have you heard of Permanente Brothers from Pittsburgh?
I've heard of it. I've never had it.
Yeah, I'm about to say it. I want some because like I see it like on the Travel Channel and like Adam Richmond. I think it was like food porn or like something like that. Yeah, and it was like they're like the best sandwiches I've ever seen. And they sent the Bills like boxes of Permanente Brothers sandwiches.
Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious.
Bruh, I'm going to Pittsburgh. That's the one thing I want to go to Pittsburgh for is for the sandwich. Not even for the Steelers. Permanente Brothers.
Yeah, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Go watch the Steelers, then go get some Permanente Brothers. One of my friends goes there a lot. He's a Steelers fan, and he goes there and he raves about it every time he gets it.
I'm about to say, yeah, I would too.
All right, well, are we done with the NFL?
My Falcons suck. We should have won, but Matt Ryan went back to his old ways, so I'm not even going to talk about that.
Yeah, my Browns obviously played the Pittsburgh Steelers and obviously did not win the game. They played terribly. My boy Billy Manziel was in Vegas. That's an awesome story. If you guys have not heard about this, Google, go on Twitter, whatever. Just look up Billy Manziel and you'll hear everything.
I told you he has a problem.
It's some of the funniest things. I know.
I told you don't want to listen.
He has a problem, but you know what that problem is?
What is it?
The Cleveland Browns.
Oh.
He may be the smartest guy on the planet, doing whatever it takes to get out of Cleveland. And you know the circus in Dallas will take him. Jerry Jones will take him in a heartbeat.
Yes,
A
but
heartbeat.
I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones could trade a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader for Johnny Manziel, and Cleveland would take it.
He won't even have to. The Browns are just going to drop him. They're going to cut him.
All I know is guaranteed money on that rookie contract. It's not even that much. It's probably like $2 million guaranteed.
Yeah, who cares?
His family's rich. It don't even matter. He's money all over.
Money all over. Exactly.
All right. Summon the bowls. Bowls of ice cream just coming out.
Shut up. Okay.
Just bowls of ice cream.
We're going to move on to some college games.
Summon the bowls.
The college football playoff games were not very entertaining. I enjoyed the first half of the Clemson-Oklahoma game.
Everybody did.
But the second half was not very fun.
It's poo-poo.
Ratings obviously were down. I feel like people are making a bigger deal than it actually is. I feel like a lot of it can be attributed to less people watching it by themselves at their own house. You know, they're in groups at parties, at bars. So
ratings are very deceiving because most of it is estimates anyway.
That, and it didn't help that all the games were absolute bloodbaths.
Plus, they were on New Year's Eve, when no one wants to stay home and watch football, no matter how much of a football fan you are.
Right. You just put it like I said. I feel like many people just had it on in their background at their house party or at the bar. I feel like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, good thing I didn't go to church because I would have missed everything.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah, but my church has a New Year's play that they have every year.
Sounds like fun.
Gets kind of old when you go to the church for 18 years.
I would imagine, yeah.
It's kind of old.
But my prediction about the Alabama-Michigan State game was half correct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My first statement, which is the only statement that counts, everybody knows that.
The first statement?
The first statement is the only one that ever counts.
Oh, okay.
So, as I said, the game would be an absolute blowout with Alabama beating Michigan State. What was the final score, like 38-0?
Yeah, 38-0.
I wanted to turn this game off at halftime, but there was nothing else to do.
Well, shout out to Drew Clark who pointed that out in our staff group chat because I sure forgot about it until he pointed it out. Because you said it would be like a blowout or Michigan State win, right?
It would be a blowout, Alabama blowout, or Michigan State win by like a field goal.
Yeah. I mean, that's really how it teetered in the first half. Because first half ended 17-0.
Yeah.
I fell asleep on like the second quarter, and I woke up in the third quarter, and I was like, okay, got the 24-0. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, don't look very good right now. Then I saw Cyrus Jones punt return.
Yeah, that was game over. The knockout blow.
This joker hit the dead leg and juked the punt out. I was like, oh my God. I was dead. At that point, I put the dag in. This is over. I don't care if it's third quarter. It's done.
I called the game after that as well. That was not a good performance for Michigan State.
Yeah, Michigan State did not. Oh, yeah. Summon the Big Ten over SEC debate. Come on. Bring it. Just bring it on.
White flag. White flag.
Because every pick with the Big Ten SEC, you was like, go Big Ten. Go Big Ten.
I won one of them.
No more.
I won one of them.
No more. Wow, Michigan over Florida.
I won one of them. I don't
Florida
care.
Florida who has no offense, zero offense.
It's still a W. That's all that matters.
One W. SEC won what? 5-2, 6-2.
Don't care. You didn't play the best team in the Big Ten. Don't care.
Oh, it's our fault that Notre Dame is independent. Yes. Whatever. Big Ten does not equal Ohio State. I hope fans and everyone in the world realizes that. Ohio State was the best team in the Big Ten, and they didn't win. They didn't win the conference championship because of a fluke play. Michigan State shouldn't have been in the conversation anyway, because they should have lost to Michigan, and it should have been Ohio State versus Michigan.
Well, in the same hand, they should not have lost to Nebraska.
Huh?
They should not have lost to Nebraska.
Yeah, that was a flag that wasn't called. Michigan State shouldn't have lost to Nebraska. Michigan shouldn't have lost to Michigan State. Then it would have been Ohio State versus Michigan for the division title, and Ohio State would have clobbered out.
No, I'm saying that it would have been a weird tie.
Yeah, one of those.
It's kind of like they just picked the best team, and the best team probably would have been Ohio State.
Nah, something like that, or not like a head-to-head tie, but who did they beat, or something like that? I don't know.
Well, they all play the same teams.
Yeah, you know the Big Ten better than me.
They're all on the same side of the conference, so they all play the same teams. It would depend on their crossover games, I think. And none of them played a good non-conference schedule, so that doesn't matter at all. Michigan State played Oregon, but Oregon was not Oregon.
Oregon. He says Oregon.
That's how we say it.
Oregon. Okay. Speaking of early daggers, how about the Rose Bowl? Good Lord. This is a massacre.
I wanted to turn it off 5 seconds into the game. As soon as Christian McCaffrey scored that 75-yard touchdown, I wanted to turn it off.
The first play of the game, this man scores. I'm like, okay. Then what? They have the pick six. I'm like, okay.
They had another touchdown, and then
they had another long touchdown. I'm like, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was also to Christian McCaffrey.
Then pick six. He was black, so it was Christian McCaffrey. 21-9. I was like, no, I was not coming back. And like, I was talking to my boy who plays for Stanford, Jordan Watkins, defensive lineman. And he was like, I was like, bro, Christian was angry. He was like, yep, he was angry. I was like, yeah, he had to be, because he played on fire. He played like his back was on fire.
Yeah, he broke the single game Rose Bowl record for yards.
That is ridiculous. Oh, he's a sophomore.
Yeah, I know, the true sophomore.
And see, I was looking at Iowa, like near the end of the game when they scored a couple points. Final score was 45-16. I said Iowa. I was like, why did I pick them?
I did too. I was livid.
They have no athletes, and by that I mean they have no black players.
They do. They're running back.
Barely.
Kanziri.
Barely. Like I looked at the offense, or like a 4-wide receiver set. I counted 1, 2, 3 black players. That is it. Yeah, and
they just get all the farm boys from Iowa. That's all their players are.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, they don't get black, but like they lack the athleticism. Period. Like every year they lack athleticism. I mean, that's just Iowa. They're blue collar. They have enough athleticism to play big time football, but they're not ultra athletic like a Stanford or any other big team. Like, because the Big Ten period, like most of those teams don't have great athletes. Like I would say gets all the athletes really. I would say Michigan. I would say Michigan. They get most of the like 4-star, 5-star prospects. Is what I'm saying.
From where? From Iowa?
No, from countrywide, nationwide.
I kind of disagree with that.
Who else gets big time recruits, big time athletes in the Big Ten? I just said Ohio State, son. Listen.
I thought you said Iowa State. It was kind of mumbled, so I thought you said Iowa State. That's why I was confused. I apologize. That's on me.
Yeah, those big old headphones. Yeah, sorry, fans.
Your laggy connection. That's what it is.
Oh, it's on me. Blame the black guy.
Don't
hands up. Hands up. Don't shoot.
Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, you see what he did? Racism right here. But nah.
I would argue that Michigan State both have great athletes. Penn State gets solid athletes.
I said Ohio State, Michigan State. Yeah, Penn State's like a step down just because of their pedigree.
They're the second tier where
Yeah,
Nebraska and those guys are.
It's like Ohio State, Michigan. Michigan
State's
State's creeping up there. They're creeping up there.
I mean, they're there. They've been very competitive the past few years. They're there. They've been better than Michigan over the past 5 years.
Well, Michigan had Brady Hoke, and before that, Rich Rod. So
so you still have to hold that against them.
I know I am, but I'm just sorry for Michigan fans for suffering through that.
I'm not.
Of course not. You're honestly fit. All right. Well, bottom line, Stanford. I'm not even going to say should have been in the playoff, but I'm just going to say Stanford played really well. Iowa showed their true colors on the big stage, and that was all.
Yeah, I expected the game to be like the Big Ten championship, where it'd be a slow slugfest.
I did too. That's what I thought.
That's why I thought Iowa wouldn't be able to sneak it away, but obviously that was not what happened. Stanford was clearly pissed. They wanted to come out and hammer the Hawkeyes, but that's obviously what happened. So, moving on to another.
Got them boys ready.
Yep. All right, moving on to another game with kind of within the Big Ten, the Fiesta Bowl, where my Ohio State Buckeyes decided to absolutely trounce the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. This game actually was closer than the score indicated. It shouldn't have been. I felt like the game was over after the score was 14-0, but one lame targeting penalty changed the entire game.
I didn't agree with that either.
I understand the rule. I get the rule, but the rule is dumb. I can understand not hitting someone with the crown of your helmet. I get that, but when you put it in your chest, where there's more risk for injury to the guy that's making the contact than the guy receiving the contact, I feel like that's just a play on, or you can call it the 15-yard personal foul, but not have him ejected. That's where the problem is with that call.
Well, he's really putting himself in danger. Bosa was when he I see why they have the penalty, because when you lead with the crown of your head, you're exposing your neck to all types of collisions, and if you go head on with the crown of your head, you have the risk of jamming your head back and jamming your neck.
Yeah,
and that the penalty's fine. But the part I don't get is why disqualify the player just because of one hit. I can see if you sat him out and sat him out for a quarter or a half, even though how weird that would be. That's you shouldn't just throw him out. You shouldn't just throw him out after one penalty. Like in Louisville, in their bowl game, their linebacker, he had a hit on the wide receiver come across the middle. They called it targeting. He's out for the game. And he was a senior, so his season is done.
Yeah, I mean
after the first play.
Yeah, the thing with targeting is it's not protecting the guy making the contact; it's more aimed to take the guy that's taking the contact. But like I said, it just seems like you should not disqualify a guy like you said for just one play. Obviously, if you hit him directly in the face where you're trying to concuss him, I can see where you would make a strong case to have to eject him. There should be a definite change to the law where it's up for interpretation, like in Joey Bosa's scenario where he hit him in the chest, literally in the chest. I don't think he should be disqualified, especially in his last game as a Ohio State Buckeye. That definitely, I was sad. I understood why he was almost in tears walking to the locker room. I
would be too.
But hey, I'm excited for his little brother.
Nick. Yeah, I'm excited to see him too. Yeah, 4-star defensive end. Yeah,
he's supposed to be better than his brother.
Oh, they always say that about the little brothers. Yeah, but thing is, somebody was trying to tell me that Joey Bosa, he might stay just so he can play with his little brother.
I saw that too, but that's not
no.
He's going to go get paid.
Because
he's going to go get paid.
Because Ohio State is stacked every year.
There's a ton of talent on the defensive line. They don't need him.
Yeah, even though he may get some playing time, but that's hard to tell right now because you don't know who's going to leave. who's gonna stay, who's gonna drop out, or whatever.
Everybody on the defensive line is coming back except for Joey Bosa and Adolphus Washington, because Adolphus is gonna graduate. He's a senior, and Joey Bosa obviously already declared for the draft.
Yeah, Adolphus is gonna be like a day 2 pick anyway, like second or third round, maybe even fourth round.
He might not even get drafted.
I don't know about that one. He probably will get drafted.
I feel like teams learn from Michael Bennett. He was a early second round pick, and he has not played well, or hasn't played at all yet.
No, it wasn't. Michael Bennett was projected. He was projected an early second round pick. The guy fell all the way to the 6th round.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Michael Bennett, like
all the in the second.
He was projected second, and everybody thought he was going to second, but the analysts were shocked too. They were talking about it on like day 3 after the 4th and 5th round. It was like they still have Michael Bennett. Like he's still higher on our board. I was like, yeah, nobody's drafted Bennett. And then the Jaguars picked him up in the 6th round. And so I just hope he plans out. And it's probably because of his size, because he's like, what, 6'1"?
Yeah, he's really tiny. He's wide, but he's very, very short.
Yeah, he's 6'1", 290, but he's quick. He's pretty like a poor man's Aaron Donald. But he can develop to be that, I'm saying. Right now, he's still got ways to go.
Adolphus does have big size. He can definitely make some plays, move some bodies around. He could be a deadly 3 technique in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. But you know who y'all miss? Noah Spence. Y'all really miss Noah Spence.
No, I don't care about Noah Spence. Our defensive line is fine without him.
No, not like miss him as in production wise, but I'm saying if he wouldn't have messed up, like he could have been great. Like him and both on one side, him on the other side.
He was a hell of a talent, that's for sure. But obviously, we at Ohio State with the wealth of talent Urban Meyer's been able to bring in with him. It doesn't matter. Next guy up. If you're gonna act like a jackass, get out. We don't need you. We got guys that'll play well.
Yeah, he went to Eastern Kentucky, produced against the big teams that they played, and he's still projected a 1st round pick.
That's fine.
That's crazy. Because you don't see a lot of guys who transfer from big schools to small schools and still projected 1st round.
Well, because they still look at their talent.
Yeah, and he stayed out of trouble off the field. Let me say that. He stayed out of trouble off the field.
It was so weird, like what he got in trouble for, like doing ecstasy and stuff.
Dumb.
All right. Anyway, back to kind of talking about the Fiesta Bowl. It was kind of
great game.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun. Ohio State won 44-28.
Zeke went off.
Zeke did what he did. I loved him doing Joey Bosa's shrug, bringing back the crop top. I'm gonna miss Zeke. He's one of the players in Ohio State history. Oh, that looked gross.
Yeah. Oh, that's foul. I hope y'all didn't see that, but oh well. If you saw it, you're welcome. But yeah, when Zeke did the crop top, I was just like, oh my goodness, this guy. Oh yeah, number one running back prospect coming out. I'll take him in the 1st round. I don't care. Mid to late 1st round, not top.
I don't know if any teams are that desperate for a back.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's that desperate for a running back. If anybody, the Cowboys, but their draft pick is too early. They're 4th overall. They're not taking.
Yeah, they're probably going to end up signing Matt Forte.
I don't know about that one.
I can definitely see that.
Perfect. Yeah. Does he really? Yeah, he can fit the power running scheme though.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. Yeah. All right. How about the Peach Bowl, Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl with Houston and Florida State?
I knew Houston was going to win. I felt it. I knew it. I thought definitely that Florida State would come in down. They didn't have Everett Golston, so that definitely played a big factor in my decision to roll with Houston.
Yeah, I picked Houston in my preview that I wrote on SportsTalkFreak.com. And in College Bowl Mania, I picked Florida State, so I messed up there.
Wait, you can't do that, man.
I know. See, I did that before one of my previews, and I got the Bowl Mania pick right, but now I got the Bowl Mania pick wrong, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, Greg Ward Jr., got a little banged up in this game, but he still produced. At first, their offense wasn't really rolling in the first half. Both teams were rolling in the first half. Very tough defense in the first half. Sean McGuire went out for Florida State, and here come in JJ Cosentino, the boss mafia son of Al Pacino, stepson of Al Pacino, and Sean McGuire comes back in with a big old wrap on his ankle. So I thought he tore his Achilles. I thought he was done, but he comes back in the second quarter, and he actually does pretty decent for the offense. He gets the offense rolling more than Cosentino did.
Yeah, they struggled a lot. I definitely thought they would, having McGuire as their quarterback. He is not very good. Not very good.
Yeah, this Florida State team is basically boom or bust with Golson at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Very mediocre. I would have picked anybody else. The defense did well in the first half, but that Tom Herman, creative mind coming from Ohio State.
My boy, I miss him. Miss him dearly.
With the athletes Houston has, they overtook the game in the end, and Houston pulls off the big win.
It's crazy how they have a top 25 recruiting class coming in.
Yeah, watch out. Even though it's a little early for predictions for next year, still a team to watch in the AAC.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised Herman signed that extension in the coaching carousel that was going on, because they were saying like he was up for so many jobs and whatnot after 1 year at Houston. Wasn't it his first year?
Yeah, I can't respect a guy that'll be there for 1 year, be successful, and just jump. You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like, everybody would be devastated, and then they'll hate you, burn your grills and everything.
Exactly, especially if you're getting grills from Paul Wall. You can't just leave.
No.
That's not
can't leave now. Yep. That really sums up bowl season.
For the awesome TCU Oregon game.
Oh yes, can't forget that one.
That was
gosh.
I missed most of this game. I was watching UFC 195.
Mm-hmm. I had the TV on Oregon. I had the laptop on UFC.
I had the laptop on UFC, and I was mainly watching that. And then once I realized, I was on Twitter while watching UFC, and I saw people freaking out about the bowl game. And once they went into overtime, I turned it on.
Yeah, I watched it.
I was not disappointed.
I watched the last half. I watched pretty much the first half until it got to 31-0. Then I was like, this is over. This is like the hour game. It's done. They're not coming back. Little did I know, Vernon Adams got hurt late in the second half. In comes their backup quarterback who lost his job to daggone Vernon Adams, Jeff Locke.
No. That's not the storyline. That is not the storyline. The storyline is TCU head coach Gary Patterson.
Of course, yes, Gary Patterson.
That is the number one storyline in this. Changed his shirt.
Oh, that's why the shirt changed.
Oh, dude. If you know anything about sports, that means the world. It's all about mojo. And clothing is 90% of mojo. Oh, yeah. Don't give me that face.
Coming from the fat guy, I disregard this totally.
What does that have to do with anything?
I just like to point it out. It's funny.
Well, that's not very nice.
Yeah, I'm very nice.
It's messed up.
Do I say you're obese? Do I say you should die, fat pig? No, I don't.
Well, this just got weird.
Because I love you just the way you are, Joey.
Who's Joey?
I don't know. Justin.
All right, well, let's move on to let's go back to the NFL. Let's talk about Black Monday.
Oh, Black Monday.
I saw a pretty funny tweet. I don't remember who it was from. I apologize for taking their material.
Plagiarism.
But it compared the NFL's Black Monday to Black Friday shopping, where it starts to creep into the day before.
I was just about to say something about that. Black Monday, where shoppers go to die for rollback goods and electronics.
Well, first we're going to talk about the latest firing, which happened in Tampa Bay.
They fired my boy Lovey.
With Lovey Smith.
My boy Lovey.
With Lovey Smith going down. I'll be honest, I didn't see this happening, but I understand why they did it. Obviously, Lovey Smith is a defensive guy. He does not develop quarterbacks very well. It'll depend who they bring in. If they bring in a guy that will be able to develop young Jameis Winston, it'll determine how well of a move this is.
But didn't he go 8-8?
I thought it was 7-9, 6-10.
The Bucks went 7-9. Okay.
But anyway, no matter what the kind of improve he had, it's all about getting the right guy. And obviously, they felt he wasn't the right guy. They're going to be an offensive-led team with Jameis, Mike Evans, the reemergence of Doug Martin, with an aging Vincent Jackson, but who knows how long he's going to be around. That's going to be a high-powered offense. They need to worry about offense, get the offense to where it needs to be, and worry about defense later.
That's my boy Lovey, man. That Joker was 3-13 in his first year. Then he go to 7-9 in his second year. That means the third year he about to take off. That's what that means. And if you so worry about offense, look what Seattle did. Is their offense a dynamite offense?
Yes.
Not really. Doug Baldwin as of late. But the passing game was not their main focus.
It was as soon as Beast Mode got hurt. As soon as Beast Mode and Turbine went down.
As soon as he got hurt. But even though it's a cliche, it is a cliche for a reason. Defense wins championships. It is a cliche for a reason. I don't care what you say.
I'll be honest. I don't know where Pete Carroll's expertise is. Is he offensive or defensive guy?
I'll say it's a good balance. I don't know.
Let me look it up.
I mean, but like it doesn't really matter what a head coach expertise is in.
Yes, because that dictates what side of the ball is going to be more important.
If he's a great head coach, he should be able to contribute to offense, defense, and special teams. All three sides of the ball.
I agree completely, but there's also one side of it that's going to be more powerful. Okay, so Pete Carroll was a defensive coordinator. He's a defensive guy.
Defense wins championships. Lovey is a defensive guy. Their defense is on the rise with fourth-round pick Quan Alexander rising up at linebacker. You got Levante David. You got Jonathan Banks at corner. Gerald McCoy, who's been injured most of the season, but he's still there. Like, they have a young defense that's coming up. I don't know why they couldn't just stick with Lovey. Like, the offense was rolling, though.
The offense
was doing pretty good.
Okay. If they go in the offensive direction, I can understand that. But I'll be honest, I haven't watched many Tampa Bay Buccaneers games. I don't think their defense was improving that much either.
But still, the man went from 3-13 to 7-9 the next year.
Because of a dynamite offense.
Then why don't you let him keep improving that offense?
Because he's not an offensive guy. That's just one player. It's just one. It's two players that completely changed it. Two players. Still,
he's the head coach. That's why you have offensive coordinators. Like he's not. Like he dips. Like the head coach dips his hand in every single thing. Like there are some head coaches who mainly focus their expertise to one side of the ball, but like the head coach dips his hands into several things. That's why he has coordinators that are at the head and that control most of it. That's what I don't get. If you want to go in the direction of a coach that has expertise in offense, was that their official statement?
I don't know. That's what I'm assuming. That's my thought process behind it. That's what I think they're doing. That's what I think should happen. If you look around the league, you will see every team, the other side of the ball that the head coach, like his past has been in. That's the side that is better.
Yeah.
The only exception might be Bill Belichick, because that offense is just ridiculous with the weapons they have. Well, not mainly, not the
thereof.
not the weapons, but just the best player in the NFL.
Or lack thereof.
Two of the best, two of the top 5 players in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm about to say, who's the best, Brady or Gronk?
Gronk, as I said in past weeks, Gronk is number 1. Brady is somewhere in the top 5.
All right, well, Lovie Smith got fired. I don't agree with it. I don't know who they're gonna bring in.
Yeah.
So that's that. What are your Browns doing?
Let's go in my kitchen and see what the Browns are doing. I honestly don't know what the Browns are doing. They obviously went and hired a guy that is all about analytics, and with Paul DePosita.
They Podesta. I just looked him up.
Podesta. I was happy to learn that he was the Moneyball guy.
He's Jonah Hill.
Yeah, he was Jonah Hill for Moneyball, which he kind of was the guy that led all that. But we'll see how that translates to football. I don't know how well it will.
He's Chief Strategy Officer. That's his official title.
Yeah, so, they just make up jobs for people. I don't care.
I mean, basically, he's in charge of making sure they hire the right people. Yeah. But I'm just interested in seeing how he's going to take his version of scouting into the front office of football. Ultimately, the Browns have nothing to lose because
nothing else has worked. I can understand why they're taking this route. Literally, they can't get worse.
Yeah, the Browns pretty much did we have nothing else. We might as well just sign one of the best guys at his job. And that's what they did. Crossing over from one sport to another, there's going to be some growing pains because football is not big on stats. It's more about film and the factors that's going on in that particular game. And I think Dave Podesta's going to learn that. And I really just want y'all Browns to succeed, man. Because y'all been to playoffs, once since 99, since y'all came back?
Yeah, I believe so.
One time.
We've had like one winning season in the last 15 years, 1 or 2. So I'm just miserable.
And that was with who? Kelly Holcomb?
Kelly Holcomb was, I think, the last playoff team, and the winning season was Derek Anderson and Braylon Edwards in like 2007. We went 10-6.
Braylon Edwards
with our recent ex-head coach Rod Chudzinski as our offensive coordinator at the time. So
Braylon Edwards was my dude.
I hated Braylon Edwards.
I just want the Browns to succeed, man.
It's a process.
Bring somebody in to fix Johnny. So
ship him off. Get him out of my face.
I'm
sick of him.
The last episode, you were all for nobody understands Johnny Manziel. Now you're off his ship.
I'm over it. I don't care anymore. I don't care what happens. I'm beyond.
Sorry.
I'm beyond frustrated with the whole situation. I've defended him tooth and nail for the past 2 years, and I got literally nothing in return. I'm done. I give it. I'm tapping out. I can't do this anymore.
You sound like the Bucks breaking up with Lovie Smith.
I was on the front line for 2 straight years to just get let down and depressed. But thankfully, like I said, the Billy Manziel stuff was hilarious. That made it all worth it.
Depressed. He gets depressed over Johnny Manziel.
I know. I get depressed over my Cleveland Browns, and Manziel is a part of my Cleveland Browns, so therefore I get depressed over my Cleveland Browns.
Everybody hurts.
Okay, so let's change it. Let's deflect this off my team. And let's go talk about one of the more shocking moves of the offseason with Tom Coughlin going down.
He stepped down.
Which means you agreed to just quit, or you're going to get played. It just saved your
That actually wasn't a situation. The thing is that Mara said that he asked Coughlin to take like any other position. Like he asked him to do anything else in the front office. And he just didn't want him as head coach. And Coughlin was just like, nah, I'll just step down. And so Coughlin just resigned. And that was that. And hopefully they can bring in somebody who will be good for Eli and who can develop those young draft picks in DeMontre Moore and Landon Collins. And get a leader for Odell. Just get some leadership on that team. It is a very
pretty team to go coach for. They have a lot of good young talent, a solid quarterback already, so you don't have to build anybody.
Yeah, that was what you call it. That was what Sean Payton was linked to in the rumor mill.
I can understand that.
That would be
I can
exciting to
definitely see
see.
that happening.
Yeah, Sean Payton for the Giants. That would be exciting to see. But yeah, I just hope the Giants get somebody who can come in for and help out Eli and Beckham, all this young talent that they have, because they really have. They're in the middle of talent in the NFL. Like they have some good young talent to build on. And so once they get somebody who can build them up, I think they'll be fine. They'll be back at the NFC least.
I agree, but like I said, that division is so beat down, so bad. It's literally anybody's to win each year.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's jump to another terrible.
Much on cough.
Yeah, there's really not much to say about Coughlin. The story kind of speaks for itself. After 12 years with the same team, same quarterback, it'll be weird to see him not on the sideline, but
plus
both teams have kind of just stalled the past few years, both sides. So it's kind of
plus every 5 years, every 4 years he's supposed to win the Super Bowl, and he didn't. So he didn't. Like 2007, then 2011. That means he's supposed to win it in 2015, and it didn't happen. So he's gone.
Yeah. All right, let's jump to the other side of the country and talk about the San Francisco 49ers, who cut my boy Jim Tomsula.
One of the best names in the NFL.
I am such a fan of his. I knew, like I said many times, I knew this was a bad move from the start. I feel like they had no one else, so they're just like, hey, you've been here for a while. Let's give you this job. Let's give you a little bit of a pay raise for a little bit.
I don't think they couldn't find somebody else. I think they just wanted to give him a shot. I think they just wanted to give him a shot and see how it would go. Just because Tomsula's been there so long, and he served as interim coach for Mike Singletary back in like 07, 08. He got fired, 09, somewhere in that time range.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just didn't pan out. Where they go, 4-12? The Fighting Blaine Gabberts.
I think they have the 5th pick, so that's 4-12 or 5-11, somewhere in there.
Yeah, not very good, and obviously they didn't see much potential in Tomsula, and that's why they let him go. And that was a big shocker. After 1 year, as head coach, he's gone already.
I saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, everybody saw it coming, but it's just something you don't see. It went 5-11. 5-11 to Tomsula, but you just don't see a coach getting fired after 1 year. But everybody knew it was coming up.
I mean, the Browns just did it a couple of years ago.
Oh, to who? Chuds?
Chud, yeah.
That was dumb because isn't he with the Vikings now?
I don't know.
Where's Chudzinski?
He might be back with the Panthers if I remember correctly. Because he was with us. He was with us around Derek Anderson's time. Then went to Carolina. Came back to be our head coach and might have went back to Carolina. Last I remember, the Vikings OC is Norv Turner. Because he used to work for the Browns.
Chuds is the OC for the Colts.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good move. Him with Andrew Luck, that'll be a lot of fun to watch for years to come.
Oh, and apparently the Colts fired 5 assistants. Ooh. Or 6 assistant head coaches.
6 assistant head coaches?
They fired the defensive coordinator, the running backs coach, safeties coach.
So not assistant head coaches, just assistant coaches. Okay.
Yeah, secondary coach, tight ends coach.
They were all bad at their jobs.
And strength and conditioning coach. Yep, all bad. But Chuds isn't fired.
Because he's good at his job, I guess. All right, well, anyway, let's pump through these last few topics real quick. We're running short on time. Who do you think is going to win the college football national championship?
Alabama has a history of struggling with their quarterbacks. Everybody's saying that, but I think Saban knows that. It's gonna get angry. Team's angry. The dynasty, dare to say it, the dynasty of Alabama, I think they come through again, win their first playoff.
I think it's going to be Clemson simply because they can throw the ball well down the field. That's Alabama's number one Achilles heel.
But can Clemson take the rough pounding that Alabama's going to give them?
We'll see.
Because have they faced a pro-style team this year?
I don't know.
Can't really think of none so close anywhere close to Alabama. Plus, Shaq Lawson isn't looking so good right now. Even though we're 4 days away from that championship.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah, he said he's not ready to play today, so I think that's a big concern.
He's got about 5 days, so a lot can happen in 5 days. Just stay like live in the ice tub. Don't even get out.
Yeah. Plus he's more of an edge rusher, so he's gonna have to play. He does play great run defense though, and they're gonna need him against that big Bama front.
Yeah,
and they have the size. They have a good defense, but I don't know if they can take that pounding.
I think they can. I think they'll hold up. I think Clemson can sneak it out in a close one. No more hashtag Clemsoning. I think Clemson wins 31-27.
I feel like nobody can stop this Clemson team this year, but if anybody will do it, it's going to be Bama. So I'll take Bama 21-17.
Wow, that's a low-scoring game. I feel like it's going to be a high-powered offense game.
I don't think offense was going to rule it out because Bama, that run game, they're going to do ball control. That's how they're going to play their best defense with ball control. Keep that offense off the field.
Fair enough. All right, let's talk about the 4 games in the NFL schedule this weekend. What's the first game? Is that the Seahawks Vikings, or is that Sunday?
NFC is both NFC games are Sunday.
Oh, okay. So that
AFC wild card on ESPN 4:00. Chiefs at Reliance Stadium.
Texans by a lot.
Texans?
Chiefs, my bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you said Chiefs earlier.
My bad, yeah. Chiefs 27-10.
I want the Texans to win, but I'm going to go Chiefs 30-18. Somewhere around that.
Yeah, I just think the Texans' offense is too bad, even though they've played well, but the Chiefs have a good defense, a good run defense, even though the Texans really can't run the ball. They'll rely too much on Brian Hoyer, and that could be very dangerous.
Yeah. Don't mean to intrude into the NFL thing, but FCS National Championship is the same day on January 9th, that Saturday. I know you don't watch FCS, but I'm going to preview this game, so I just want to spotlight it. Quick second. Jacksonville State playing North Dakota State on Saturday, 12 p.m. on ESPN2. I know nobody's going to watch it, but I'm going to be the only one watching it.
North Dakota State.
Of course, yeah. Jacksonville State has looked great this year, but I don't know if they can stop that power. That is North Dakota State, and they'll probably go on to 5 straight.
All right. Back from that little detour. Talk about the Bungles versus the Steelers.
Oh, I want Marvin Lewis to win a playoff game so bad, just so they'll get off his back. I just want the black head coach to succeed. Just one. Give me one. That's all I want. Just one black head coach to succeed. But I'm glad Bengals have stuck with him for so long after there was noise of him getting fired after last year. But they've stuck with him. So with McCarron at quarterback, it comes down to who they start at quarterback. If they have Dalton, I'll give it to him. But it looks like McCarron's going to start. So I'm going to say Steelers 32-23.
32 is an odd score, but yeah, I think the Bungles are back. The playoff team that always blows it is back. Steelers are going to win. Their offense is going to be too much. I think the Steelers will win probably 35-10.
Even though they're at home, Bengals are at home.
Yeah, I know.
So
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
It's going to be hard to disappoint in front of their home crowd.
Oh, it's going to happen, and the fans are going to be pissed.
Yeah, well, Sunday the next day, 1 o'clock on NBC, not Sunday Night Football. Hopefully Carrie Underwood does not sing. But if she does, I'll enjoy it. I'll just mute TV. But 1 o'clock NBC, Seahawks Vikings on Sunday.
Seahawks. I said this earlier. Seahawks by a lot. They already played this year. If I remember correctly, the Seahawks won 30-6.
Something like that.
Seahawks. It's not going to be close. Seahawks are just too good. Their defense is back. They have their swagger back. Beast mode's back. Russell Wilson's playing well. He's finding his targets.
Legion of Boom is back.
Done deal. The Seahawks might just carry off into the Super Bowl again.
They played December 6th, 38-7 Seahawks. Yeah. Seahawks, great defense. Vikings, Adrian Peterson on offense. Adrian Peterson's going to keep him in the game, but he can't win for him. 28-10 Seahawks. Oh, and the high for that day is 5 degrees.
With wind chills into like minus 30s, yeah.
Yeah, if you bought a ticket for that game,
don't go.
You have fun.
Don't go.
Because I would go, but I would have about 3 shirts, four sweaters, and a huge jacket.
Sell that ticket and wait till next year when they have the new dome set up. That's the way to go.
True. But if you do go to the game, lots of Vaseline, lots of clothing. No time to look pretty, girls. Don't try to look cute. Don't wear no skirt. If you wear your Uggs, what about 3 socks? 3 pairs of socks.
All right, PJ, what's the final game of the week?
One team is very hard to watch. On Fox with Joe Buck.
My boy.
4:40 p.m. Packers at DC Redskins.
It's weird that it's not a night game.
Yeah, it's 4:40 on a Sunday.
That's weird. I'm gonna miss Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, no Sunday Night Football this week. So it's gonna be Saturday Night Football.
As long as it's not Thursday Night Football on Saturday night, I'm okay.
Oh, it's gonna be Saturday Night Football on CBS. So they own Saturday and Thursday. Well, Packers have been very hard to watch ever since Jordy Nelson went down. Well, ever since James Jones got signed back. How about that?
Well, James Jones has been their best receiver.
Yes, and that's not good.
Well, I know.
That's not good at all. And the Redskins, they like that. Kirk Cousins, that phrase has been played out. They're trying to trademark that.
Dumb.
Do what you want. I mean, trademark it, get some pictures, sell some T-shirts. Cool. But Packers not looking very good. I say the defense keeps them in it, but Redskins have a secretly decent defense. But I'm going to take the Redskins 28-23.
I said this earlier. The Redskins are not good. The best team they beat was probably the Buffalo Bills. I just think that Aaron Rodgers will turn it up when he needs to. He's a big spotlight type of player. Even though he lost against the Vikings, it was a tough game. I kind of understand the circumstances, but he can turn it up when it matters most. And I'm going to be honest. I would not be surprised if the Packers make a run to the Super Bowl. As soon as Aaron Rodgers gets it clicking, that team is hard to beat. It's hard to stop on offense.
Yeah. I love Rodgers, but he ain't no Brady. And they ain't got that kind of system like the Pats, bro. The Pats can make it work with James Jones and daggone nobody else.
Aaron Rodgers won his first Super Bowl as a wild card.
Whoa, a wild card. Cool. I mean, the seed really doesn't matter in the playoffs. It matters if you want home field advantage and if you want a first round bye. But in the end, you still got to win. So
which
Plus,
they can obviously do. I don't know the status of a lot of their offensive linemen, but if they can get those guys back, watch out.
their O-line is in question. Their passing game is not very good. Their running game is getting better. I just don't see the offense rolling. The defense keep them in it, but the secondary, the defense has played well as of late. But if you can't beat the Vikings, how you gonna beat the Redskins?
The Vikings are 10-5 or 11-5, and the Redskins are 8-8.
The Vikings barely have offense. The Redskins are 9-7. Thank you very much.
Whatever. But with a guy like Rodgers, your passing game can turn like that, and they can get back to normal in a heartbeat. Everybody just needs to get their confidence back. A good week of practice can definitely put them in the right position to make a Super Bowl run.
Yeah, I don't know about a Super Bowl run, but they may win a playoff game. Kirk Cousins, I believe in you. He's going to have more playoff wins than Andy Dalton. Mark my words.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the Packers.
Write him down, everybody. Write him down. Kirk Cousins greater than Andy Dalton.
I'm gonna go with my prediction of the Packers winning 27-17.
You're underestimating the power of Kirk. Captain Kirk.
Well, that about wraps it up for our third episode of the Sore Losers podcast. We thank you guys for listening. Check us out on sporttalkfeed.com.
STF.
DJ, any last words?
Follow me on Twitter, VONG116. I'm very funny. I'm fine. Be safe, people. Enjoy the last bits of football that you have. And get ready for basketball season. Because that's what we're going to be talking about.
All right, take care, everybody.